Exercise 5. Make sure you create this in the folder for our class. And we're going to create a sketch on the front plane, N on your keyboard for normalize, to bring everything into the front view. And we're going to start by just sketching the rough shape as blocky as we can. So this shape is just kind of a big U-shaped bracket, and we're going to use our alignment feature there to make sure everything's lined up. And we can go ahead and just sketch in all the features here, and that's going to make life just a little bit easier. One thing that is a little difficult is adding in tangent circles. So I like to just draw them as straight lines where they're supposed to be, and then go back and put them in later. So hitting escape to clear our line tool, we're going to select the two lines that we want to delete. And you could draw this as a circle and all this other stuff, but I find this is just the fastest, easiest method. And we're going to use the tangent arc. We're going to create two tangent arcs where they're supposed to be. Hit the escape key. And I want one more feature here, because right now we have a few items that aren't really locked in. And one thing that's going to make it easier is what's called a construction line. So I'm going to use my line tool, but over here I'm going to turn on another feature called construction. You can also hit the Q key on your keyboard. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to use my origin to draw a center line. Just make sure that it snaps to 90 degrees. And we're going to use this in a couple of ways. First, we're going to use our coincident constraint and move the center point of this end circle to there. And then we're going to use that to put the center point of that one on that line, because they're lined up. We're going to add in a few more constraints just to make sure that everything's the way it should be. So we're going to use our equal constraint, and we're going to make these two lines equal, these two lines equal, and those two lines equal. That way, no matter what happens to them, they always stay together. So you can see, and I'm messing up my arc there, and I'm missing a tangent constraint there. So we'll go ahead and throw that one in. So you can always add more constraints when you're missing them. So when I change these, everything stays equal. So now I need to add in a few dimensions. So let's start with the diameter of this, which is 1 inch, and the diameter of the smaller one, which is 0.75. We just need to add in a few positioning coordinates, and we're pretty much done with this drawing. So this one, I missed. Try it again. Make sure you get that dot. 1.25. From there to that dot there is 5 inches. And let's see if this fixes it. If not, we might have to go back. 3, there. So that did fix it up. So you can see we have a couple more blue lines, and that's because the length of this line is defined by the distance in height away and the length of this line. So we need to add in one more dimension. So we're going to go from here to here, and that is 4 inches. So now everything's locked in. And when you just have one through hole for a sketch, it is definitely easiest just to do it in that one sketch. And if you know it's never going to change, it's not a big deal to throw it in right now. So finish the sketch, go to our 3D view. It's just easier for extruding. And we're going to extrude this out to 1 inch. So this completes exercise 5. Make sure that you screenshot it and submit it to Canvas for a grade.